Cześć moi drodzy, jestem Atreu, witam was w kolejnym odcinku z Kingdom Come Deliverance, halo nie laguj. A my jesteśmy już pod klasztorem, także czas się skonfrontować. Wiemy już, że kamień nie jest z tego wyrobiska co potrzeba i że czaszka jest fałszywa, także trzeba pogadać z ludźmi. Zobaczymy co powiedzą. No i sam pierw pogadamy sobie tutaj z szefem budowy, który jest gdzie na górze? No ja chciałem sobie potwierać zamki już. Ta śpi na górze. A tu jest sporo zamków, o, sporo trudnych, to można się pobawić.
Has anything else unusual happened?
I can think of a couple of things. When we were extending the scaffolding, they dug up a human skull by the wall. With horns.
To już wiemy, to
A
już
skull
wiemy.
with horns.
I don't know. I didn't see it with my own eyes, but there were enough witnesses. You can ask
What about the second thing?
To już wiemy.
One of our workers ran away.
And that's unusual.
Somewhat. Usually if someone runs away, they take things with them. But he left everything here, absolutely everything, and disappeared like smoke
Okay.
over a cooking pot. He didn't
Ciekawe.
tell a soul what he was up to.
I looked around, and the stone that fell on that man is different from the rest.
Yes, it's very poor, but we have to work with what we've got. We didn't have anything else, and we couldn't wait for more.
That's not what I meant. It's not the same kind of stone that came from Talmberg. Someone must have switched it.
But why would anyone do that?
Well, maybe he was stealing new stone and replacing it with old stuff. Or to sabotage the construction, I don't know.
But the carriage never moved. It rained a lot, and we couldn't get any work done, or we'd have been up to our ankles in mud.
So, someone had to take it out without being seen.
Ciekawe.
That huge piece of rock. It would take a few strong men to shift something that size. I know you're trying to help, but someone would have noticed. It couldn't be done without anyone seeing it.
The skull is a fake. Someone fixed horns on a human skull.
But where would they get a human skull? And why would they do it?
Maybe to frighten the workers? Raise the price?
But that wouldn't help anyone. It had to be some idiot's idea of a prank. An idiot who was nearly responsible for getting a
No, trochę
killed.
głupio zrobił. Ciekawe po co. Tupu. O, idź se na dół. O, idź na dół. Ja tu idź. No dobrze. Bardzo dobrze. Poszedł. Chyba słyszał. Cześć. Wow. Chyba usłyszał. No. Trzeba nie na kilka razy zrobić, nieważne. Że pogadajmy jeszcze z Leszkiem odnośnie tej czachy. Ile ja mam tego otwierania zamków już? 8 i trochę, dobrze. Futrian, no chyba było odźwiernym, czy nie wiem, albo to imię jest. Nie mam bladego pojęcia. Gdzie jest Leszek? To widział Leszka? Ej, hopy.
Good health to you.
Did you see the accident that happened?
I didn't see it. I was down at the bottom and I heard something rumble and then screams. I ran up and helped to carry him out.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
Like what? A lot of people came down to see what was happening. Even a butcher dripping with blood wouldn't have attracted any attention in that mob.
Okej. Kaje Leszek.
good day to you.
Kamieniarz. Nie to. Coś przy blokach? Nie. Usiądź, nie. Gdzie oni śpią? Gdzie może być Leszek teraz, co? Gdzież, o gdzież? No tutaj nie, no tutaj też nie. Jest na tych dachach co ciekawego? Nie. Bo nie wpaść w tekstury, będzie dobrze. Dobra, byli gdzieś poszli. Gdzie oni śpią? Tajni nie. Ja poczekam. Godzinę poczekam, oni się zlezą tutaj. Wtedy się zobaczy.
Have you seen Leszek, the scaffolder?
I saw him. What do you want with him?
Pogadać.
I want to talk to him about the head he dug up.
Really? That's interesting.
Why?
He asked me to meet him on the scaffolding tonight, so he can tell me something important. Said he wanted to confess something.
So he did have something to do with the skull. I knew it.
Maybe. But I'd wager someone made him do it. He doesn't seem the type to come up with something like that on his own. I'm planning to go and meet him. Will you come with me?
Pewnie.
It'll be safer with the two of us. I'll go.
Very well. We'll meet at night.
All right.
Dobra, po zmroku.
What? What the hell are you doing?
Nie muszę czekać. O Boż. No dobra, to poczekamy.
I could do with a bite to eat.
To poczekamy. Albo nie, albo obgadamy sobie miasto, wiecie? Obgadamy sobie miasto, popatrzymy co gdzie jest. Zaczniemy tutaj. A ty to kto?
Who are you?
Brother Elias.
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded back then.
And what do you do here exactly?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down, or fetch and carry things.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
Thank you.
Kto mi tutaj gada obok? Ja z tą nie rozmawiam. A, klasztorna ta chyba przyjedzie mi tu, tak?
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're
Chyba się
alive,
znają.
so you're doing well.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Okej.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Dobra.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little.
To je znamy.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know
Kurde,
something about it.
kurde, jaki
Looks
uczony.
like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling
Dobra, nie
anyone's
będziemy
teeth.
ciągnąć zębów.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe, but convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great
Okej, dziczyzna.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
I nie krzycz,
Well, it
pytam.
is a little crowded.
Crowded. I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Okej.
And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something
Ooh.
about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
No dobra.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that's...
Chyba pobija jakiegoś ojca. O Boże.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Okej.
All right, that's all I...
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody
Chyba nie kojarzę.
except and I. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
No dobra.
Everything here is fine. He'll be able to get out of this on his own. I'm not needed here.
Pan ze skalicy.
Why are you waking me?
You look all right?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the Cumans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief.
No tak.
I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I've got bandages, so I can take...
Dobra, zabandażuję mu nogę.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
Dobra, a sami to
I
zrobimy.
can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
A long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then.
Chyba dobrze.
How are you feeling?
Good. It feels clean. Hope it helps.
It will. Tell them to rebandage you daily. You have the bandages here.
Thank you very much, Henry.
Don't mention it.
Dobra, to pomogliśmy. Jednemu.
These wounds have been well taken care of.
What are the...
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me, if I don't come back in a few days...
Okej,
then I
takie
shouldn't come
takie
back at
realia
all.
życia,
And
kurde.
where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian could set on us.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very
Purplowa?
quickly.
Tak?
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okej. Idziemy dalej.
He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka.
God,
Okej.
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
he had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Sami możemy. No dawaj.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well,
Och, to może być
try
mocne.
it then.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbors are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises.
O ty.
Honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
Nie wiem.
God bless.
Nastaw nogę. Dawaj. Już?
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
No ba! Dawaj, łam tę nogę. Ty.
Done.
What the hell are you doing?
Siła mi wzrosła. Jej! Kurde. 12 poziom, to już mogę tego mistrza używać. Znaczy miecza używać. Muł. No proszę bardzo, może być muł.
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly.
Pewnie do Jochanki też musimy pogadać.
I'm not needed here.
Insomniak.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake...
Dobra, ci eliksir nasenny trzeba sprawić.
He just needs to sleep. What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days among the corpses.
Ech,
He got
trupi jad.
poisoned.
But what can we do?
Us?
What is it?
Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
No dobra. To do równej. Także musimy usporządzić eliksir nasenny. Humorów i płynów. Nie wiem, czy mi coś przyda mi się. Jest taki zielnik czy coś. Purpurowe ziele mi potrzebne. Remedium na pchły i brodawki. To chyba nie. Pchły. Żajki. Nie, no mlecze mi niepotrzebne. Epser. Brat Nikodem. A, on mi zleci zadanko, ale na nie potrzeba czasu. Znaczy potrzeba czasu. Będzie czasowe. Także cóż, czekamy chyba do nocy. Zobaczymy, co się stanie. Także mamy też zadania z Jochanką, parę rzeczy podowodzić, porobić eliksiry. Właściwie jeden nasenny w sumie tylko. Jeszcze nie. Dobra, czekamy dalej. Czekamy dalej, czekamy dalej. Wyjdę i wejdę. Gdzie jest zadanko? Jak widzicie, pomóż wyleczyć chorych. Dużo jest. Pod rusztowaniem. Jakby tu. Czekam jeszcze godzinkę. I zobaczymy zaraz, czy coś się stanie. I coś się stanie. Tak jest. Dup. O, widzę drugi raz coś samo. O. Drugi raz chcieli nam coś drugiego chcieli położyć. Kurde. Dawaj na górę. Dawaj na górę po rusztowaniu. I mi na łeb spuści cegłę. To nie. Ja wam dam. Nie śpieszysz się, Henryku, nie śpieszysz się. Dużo skrzynek, też trzeba będzie powłamywać się. Narobić co punktów. Dobra. To mi chciał dać w łeb. Show yourself. Żaden nic nie widział, nikt nic nie słyszał. Oho. Kim ty przystajesz, człowieku? Jestem mistrzem wagi ciężkiej. Dups.
Don't kill me. I'll tell you everything. Who are you? I'm just a worker here. He told me that if I take care of you, then he'll forgive my debts.
Jak ktoś jeszcze tu idzie, ojej.
But he forced me to do it. Who sent you? It was the master builder's helper.
Pan Zmola.
Young Smola. What? He was supposed to be here as well. He isn't. He went to the mill nearby when he found out Leszek was hiding out there. Fuck.
A, Poleszka.
What am I supposed to do with you? You tried to kill me. I was aiming to miss. On purpose. I wanted to scare you off and then say I missed. Don't kill me, please.
Zejdź mi z oczu.
But I don't want to see you here again. Thank you.
A my jedziemy ratować tego Leszka. Szybkie schodzenie po drabinie, protipy. Zapraszam do oglądania. Koniu! Koniu, jedziemy. Ratujemy Leszka. Dawaj go. O, ty, patrz, jest. Tu i baranie, ty. Gdzie idziesz?
What the hell are you doing? That's Leszek, isn't it?
Yes, it's him. I found him.
Mhm.
Oh. Well, I know a bit about healing. Put him down here and I'll take a look at him.
All right. He's as heavy as an ox anyway.
Okej. Misiu kolorowe, ty co? Walcz.
What's that? Ow. Who's there?
You'll get what?
Na pięści, dawaj. Zatem miecz
You'll
wyciągnę.
get what for?
Zatem miecz wyciągnął. Dobry jest. Rabancie w dupie. Chyba żyje. Rusza się, dobra. Dobra, to pana Dziwisza musimy jechać w takim razie. Ale myślę, pojedziemy tu już w kolejnym odcinku. Bo drogi kawałek. A to jest równo, ojciec Szymon. Wrócił tutaj, a my już byliśmy, nikogo nie było. Także musimy wrócić do Talmberka, to już mówię w kolejnym odcinku. Także moi drodzy, w tym to było na tyle. Dzięki za uwagę, widzimy się w kolejnym materiale. Cześć, pa!